I want to get right now to one of the best rookies we've seen at the position, certainly in Kansas City. He set the rookie record for receiving touchdowns for Kansas City with 7. And then in his first playoff game became the first rookie with 8 or more receptions, 130 or more receiving yards in a playoff game ever. Rashee Rice here on the Rich Eisen Show. Good to see you, Rashee. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I want to hit the Wayback Machine to start this interview to that day where you showed up for a pre-draft workout at TCU and saw Patrick Mahomes there, much to your surprise. Is that correct? Did that happen?
Yes, sir. 100%.
Can you walk me through that day, why you were there, what you were thinking, and then what happened, Rashee?
Yeah. So Shane Buechele, my old quarterback at SMU, he happened to be in town training at TCU. And, I went to SMU, so I was back in town, after the combine and after training and stuff like that. So, I went in there thinking I was just going to be able to run some routes with my old quarterback just to, stay in the groove and just like to be able to throw with an NFL quarterback, to get the time and stuff down like that, just to see how much faster it would be. And then I walked in, I seen, Sky Moore, Justin Ross. I'm like, all right, like, these are Chiefs receivers. And then I'm looking down, and then it's warming up is Pat. I'm like, okay, this Pat, I might got liking a little different today. It's not just Ross. I might, what I'm saying? I got to make sure my routes look good. You never know what he could say for me. And, I guess, he spoke on me and, this will happen.
So when he started throwing passes to you, how did that come about?
It was just a bunch of wide receivers working out, running routes. And to be honest, I was just trying to get behind or in front of a receiver just so I could try to go at Pat every time. And somebody else knew that though.
So you were jumping the line?
Yeah, I was jumping the line and trying to go very last just because I know Pat, he's gonna get one more rep just to be great. So I'm like, if I go last, you got to throw with me.
Okay. And so what conversation did you have?
Not much conversation. He was just telling me how he wanted certain routes to be ran, teaching us how to run certain routes. But other than that, it was just like, good job today. But it wasn't too much, there's too much I could leave with after that. Just like, no, I got good work in that day. That's about it.
No, I understand. But there was no sense at all that you had made an impression at all with Mahomes?
I mean, Pat's been around a lot of great receivers. So
Sure.
Me personally, I didn't go up to him like, hey, bro, how you think I did? It was just like, I know I did, a good job today. I know I was signaling with the other receivers, and I guess just staying quiet probably helped me out the most. He seen how hungry I was just to be good and not be too worried about what everybody else was thinking.
Interesting. So what happened on draft night, second round?
Yeah, draft night, I received a phone call from the Chiefs, and when I came in to watch it on TV, Pat called my phone, and after that, I kind of woke up from a dream a little bit when my phone started ringing and it said Pat Mahomes, and then Shane Buechele, they both calling my phone, and he's like, congrats, man. He's like, we got to go get another one. I'm like, yeah, I'm all for it, bro. Like, I'm ready for this.
So any sense at all that by chance moment where you're working out, trying to get better, thinking I'm going to catch passes from somebody who knows about the NFL and throws like the NFL, and it turns out to be Patrick Mahomes, any sense at all that actually might have put you on a second-round radar screen for the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah, 100%. I think that's exactly why I got, picked where I got picked because, I was running routes with Dak and, before I got to, run routes with Pat, and it's just like a different sense, when I was running routes with Dak, it was just like, I'm actually, just running routes so he can get his throws in. When I was running routes with Pat, it was just like, he really wants me to run this route correct so he can see the time and so he can see what it's going to feel like. So that's probably, we just got a good feel for that like that.
So you think he might have even been trying you out?
Yeah. In a way, yeah, I think he might have been.
Oh, and now look at this, right? Now look where you are.
Right, yes, sir.
Life is amazing. It's so amazing. So what has your ascension been like from your perspective? Difficult, trying? What how would you describe it? Because it looks simple and it looks easy from where we're sitting, Rashee. To be straight up, it looks like you've got the light's been on since the very jump.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning, I can't lie, it wasn't easy at all. The first thing was getting in shape for training camp, just to be able to, get my muscles, make sure my muscles not getting fatigued just from, so much running that I haven't, ever done in my career. And then it was, taking everything I learned from the meetings to the field. And the more and more I did that, the more I learned how to take notes and key in on certain things that stood out to me, so that I could know what my assignment was on certain plays. Then that just kind of made it easier for me to simplify stuff when I got on the field.
And then just the pressure, one would say, because again, I know pressure makes diamonds, and I understand somebody in your position who plays your position and how expertly you play it. You probably welcome it. But all that said, that's Patrick Mahomes, who expects you to be in a certain spot. That's Tyreek, that's Tyreek Hill's old spot, right? I mean, and this has now been placed kind of on you, and I'm wondering how that's been landing on you, Rashee.
To be honest with you, I'm, like you said, pressure makes diamonds. I've been, for a long time, even in college, I had to wait for my opportunity, 3 years until I could finally, show that I was able to be a number one receiver. And here in the NFL, it's about, taking advantage of your opportunities. And I feel like, with the media bashing the receivers and, just us knowing that we need somebody to rely on besides Trav and Pat, it was just like, I mean, who else to do it? Why wait, a couple years instead of just doing it now? I got drafted to a Super Bowl winning team, the best quarterback in the NFL. And it's like, they didn't come get me just to be a part of the team to ride the train. They got me to come have an impact on this.
Rashee Rice, the dynamic rookie wide receiver, the Chiefs here on the Rich Eisen Show. How has the conversation about your receiver room landed in your receiver room?
Truly speaking, it doesn't land in the receiver room. We don't care what nobody else got to say. Nobody, believed in us at the beginning of the year. And, only people that believe in us are the people that show up every day, putting the work in. And we continue to show that on Saturday and Sundays when we got to play. And that's all that matters for us.
So you don't look around the room. And again, this is not at all a media thing from my perspective, because we always talk about what we say and then ask players, do you hear what we're saying? And that's not trying to confirm my place in the world. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine if you really don't care what we say. And truly, like, I'll put my head on the pillow tonight and kiss my kids, right? But it does kind of surprise me that you don't bow up in a way when you hear the constant drumbeat that balls are being dropped and Mahomes needs some help. And you've been portrayed as the savior coming out of that room, Rashee. None of this is conversed. You don't talk about this stuff in your room at all?
No. I mean, we know, personally, we know that we got to fix certain things, and we work on fixing that in practice, and fixing that, getting extra work before and after practice. But, as far as me, becoming that guy or anything like that, none of that sticks out to me because, I come in to work the same way I did, the first day when I came here. So I'm really not too much focused on stuff like that. And, we're focused on winning.
So you are from, where are you from originally, Rashee? You're from Texas, right? Originally?
I'm originally from Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Okay. You were born in Texas and from Philly.
I was born in Philadelphia.
Okay. My goodness gracious. I hate Wikipedia sometimes. All right,
I know.
You're born in Philadelphia. Good enough. All right, so you're from Philly.
Yes, sir.
Was the game against the Dolphins the coldest day you've ever felt in your life?
Yes, in my life, the coldest ever.
How cold? You look cold, but how cold?
Yeah,
was it?
It was. it was so cold when I breathed through my ski mask. Like the heat coming out like from my breath turned into like water vapor on my mask. My hands and arms were numb, so like in order for me to make sure I was catching the ball, I just really had to look at the ball to make sure it was in my hands. It was cold like that.
Okay, well, your eyesight's great because, my God, what a game you had. Could you believe the game that you had in that cold then, Rashee? I mean, good Lord, what a night you had.
Man, yeah, I mean, you could only do two things. You could either, be defeated by the cold or, come out and dominate and not let the cold bother you. So we had two options, and I don't think we wanted to be defeated at all today.
Okay, so the last two questions I have for you before I let you on, and I appreciate the time here and your busy Thursday before Championship Sunday. What are you seeing on film already with the Ravens, your challenge that's presented to you on Sunday is what?
Yeah, the Ravens, they play a lot of different defenses, and they're really good at disguising what they're actually gonna what defense they're actually gonna play. The corners, those guys are long, aggressive guys. The whole defense is pretty aggressive, but the thing that they do the best, they rally to the ball, and as well as their linebackers. Their linebackers, they run sideline to sideline, so we just know we gotta complete the catches and just be ready for people coming down, be ready to strip and, make big hits on us.
Okay. And what would it mean for you to play in a Super Bowl?
Man, that would mean everything to me. I don't even know. I can't even explain it yet. So I just got to get there. I just got to get there.
Your smile just hit your face as soon as I mentioned that,
Yes,
you could play in a Super Bowl, Rashee Rice.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. And then I guess the last one for you is, now that you told me you're from Philly, you weren't rooting for the Eagles against the Chiefs last year, were you, Rashee?
No, I wasn't rooting for anybody.
Okay. Want to make sure. Very good. Hey, I appreciate the time. I'd love to, meet you in person sometime soon, have you here in studio if you're out in Los Angeles. Congrats on everything you've done so far. Best of luck with you and the Chiefs in Baltimore.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Oh, what a pleasure. Thank you. That's Rashee Rice, the wide receiver from SMU, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.